Hi, I wanted to talk to you about fear today. And as a parent, I know that sometimes fear can really get in the way. We may have fears about our teens or young adults, maybe about their safety or about decisions that they're making that are perhaps not, we feel that they're not the best decisions. I know for me as a parent, raising three kids as a single mom, I had a lot of fears, and especially with my oldest son, who suffered from mental illness and later drug addiction. I had so many fears. Fears whether he would be safe, whether he would be okay, whether if something bad was going to happen. And it was really hard. It was really hard because I found that the fears kept me stuck. So I know sometimes fear can be really paralyzing. And it's not healthy for our body. When we hold on to fear, our body can produce a lot of adrenaline, which can be really toxic and can translate into future physical health issues for ourselves. And we have to take care of ourselves as a parent in order to be able to be there and be supportive for our kids, no matter what the age of our kids are. If we don't take care of ourselves, then we're not doing them a whole lot of good. And what I realized for me about fear is what was behind it was this need for certainty, this need for everything to be certain, that he was going to be okay, that nothing bad was going to happen, that he was going to be safe. And for all my kids, I had raising three of them, they're all, I had fears about all of them, mostly about, especially I remember when they first started driving, those fears when they would, first have their license and be able to drive somewhere on their own, or even when they were older teenagers and they would take the car out and go visit friends. And, I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, how am I going to relax until they get home? What if something bad happens? And again, behind that fear was that need for certainty, that everything was going to be okay. And the thing is there is no certainty, there is no absolute guarantee. And while that said, we can think, okay, well, then I'm just going to worry, then I'm just going to have fear. Just remembering of the damage it does to you internally within your body, not to mention keeping you stuck, paralyzing you. And so what I did is I found something to substitute for that need for certainty. So Tony Robbins talks about the 6 human needs. Briefly there: certainty, uncertainty, significance, loving connection, growth, and contribution. And we all have a need for all of these 6 needs, but sometimes we have 2 that are really our top needs. And what he says is if certainty is one of our top needs, then we're never going to be happy. And the reason is because there just is no absolute certainty, especially when it comes to other people, places, or things. And so for me, a lot of these needs really resonated with me, but what I found really helpful is contribution. So when I started substituting contribution for certainty in a way such that how can I add to other people's lives? How can I add value? How can I contribute beyond myself? And this was to my kids, to my family, to my friends. When I started my coaching business, it was to my clients. It was like, how can I add value? How can I add more meaning? How can I change somebody's life and impact it in a meaningful way. And so for me, serving others was a way to substitute for that need. It doesn't mean you're not going to have these concerns that, maybe, what if something happens? But what it does is it shifts your focus a little bit. And when you actually commit to making one of these other needs more important than the need for certainty, it gives you a whole new focus. And I'll come on and talk more about the needs as well. But this is something that really helped me, and so I wanted to share it. And I hope this helps. And I would love for you to leave in the comments if this resonated with you, if you found it helpful, or if you have any questions.